5 million years ago, trembling hands lifted a bone, humanity's first tool, sparking the journey from prey to predator. From leftovers of death, early humans discovered life. Bones that cracked nuts, carved hides, and rewrote survival forever. No fire, no weapons, only bones. With them, humans transformed weakness into strength. In the shadow of predators, humans gripped bones tighter, realizing survival's secret rested within shattered remains of fallen beasts.
Every modern tool whispers back to history's beginning, the day a bone struck stone and changed the human story.
From marrow feasts to hunting spears, from sacred idols to weapons of war, bones. Long before villages and cities, early humans wandered wild landscapes, surviving.
Bare hands and courage were their only fragile defense.
Predators circled at night. Lions roared, hyenas laughed, and crocodiles lurked near rivers where humans searched desperately for. One evening, after a hunt, scavengers left behind bones of an antelope. Humans stared curiously, sensing hidden potential. A young hunter lifted a thick bone, heavier than wood. Its weight struck the ground with a sharp crack.
The sound startled everyone. They realized bones could break harder things.
Children watched with wonder. Adults felt respect. That bone was no longer just a leftover, it was becoming
They used it to crack nuts. Sweet kernels spilled out. Hunger eased, and smiles spread across their tired faces. Next, they crushed small animal bones. Marrow leaked, rich with energy. The tribe licked it eagerly, strength returning quickly. Rain poured. Lightning split the sky. Yet humans clutched their bone tools tighter. The bone became a hammer. They broke tough roots, digging food hidden under soil. Survival grew easier with every strike.
Another bone, sharper, was used to cut hides. They wore skins, shielding themselves from cold winds for the first time.
Humans experimented endlessly. Some bones smashed fruits, others carved wood, and some shaped weapons to scare prowling beasts away.
A broken femur turned spear-like. Hunters thrust it toward wild pigs. The animals squealed, proving bones could.
Victory songs rose. Around fires, elders told stories. Bones were gifts from fallen.
Every hunt became different. Bones were carried proudly, polished with use, and exchanged among tribes as powerful, life-saving treasures. They learned bigger bones cracked stones. Sparks sometimes jumped. Though fire remained mysterious, hope flickered.
Bone tools gave courage.
Soon, bones scraped hides clean, turning rough skins into soft coverings. Mothers wrapped children warmly, grateful for survival's
place. From food to clothing, from hunting to safety, bones transformed existence. Winter winds howled, yet wrapped in furs cut by bone knives, tribes endured storms that once killed without mercy. By rivers, bones sharpened into hooks caught fish. Silver bodies wriggled, providing feasts never tasted before by hungry clans. Surely sits. They carved symbols on cave walls. Bones scratched marks, leaving stories for children to remember. Stronger tribes grew. Those without bones watched enviously. Soon, battles began. Bone clubs clashed, but even war brought learning. Broken bones created sharper tips. Violence shaped invention, teaching humans new ways of crafting.
Elders declared bones were sacred bridges between death of animals and rebirth of human strength, survival, and discovery.
Every strike was guided by unseen ancestors.
With bones, even giants fell. Meat fed villages, hides warmed bodies, tusks became.
Sharing marrow, sharing weapons.
From scattered families to united tribes, bone tools built trust. Sharing marrow and weapons forged bonds stronger than hunger.
Look, the ancestors.
Yes, they tell stories of the hunt and victories.
Knowledge spread. Tribes carved maps of rivers, skies, and stars into bones. The world was slowly understood. Hollow femurs became flutes. Nights filled with haunting melodies that echoed through caves.
Dance and rhythm joined survival. With bone drums and flutes, humans celebrated victories and mourned losses together.
Tools became culture. Culture became identity. Bones were more than survival.
Generations passed. Skills refined. Bone needles stitched clothing tighter, keeping cold winds far away from. Hunters sharpened bones further. They pierced leather, wood, and flesh. Every improvement was survival's victory.
Across continents, tribes unknowingly shared the same secret. Bones connected humanity everywhere, shaping the first shared technology. From Africa's plains to frozen valleys, bone tools whispered humanity's story. Some carved bones became idols. Humans worshipped them, believing spirits of animals granted protection and strength.
Others used bones for healing. Powdered marrow mixed with herbs treated wounds, giving hope to the injured.
Bones marked graves, honoring the dead. Simple mounds grew sacred, and memory began shaping human spirit. Time hardened tools. Techniques improved. Bone tips became sharper, more durable, guiding invention towards stones and metals later. But it all began with one bone, lifted by trembling hands 5 million years ago, changing history forever. That first strike echoed across centuries. It was humanity's first step towards civilization.
Without bones, fire may have waited longer. Without bones, food might have remained harder.
Every tool today carries a shadow of that first bone. Humanity's memory is carved deep in time.
Generations taught children. Bones are gifts of nature, tools of life, and proof of human willpower. As stars shone, humans whispered gratitude. Bones had turned weakness into strength. Bones reminded humans, even from death, new life emerges. From fallen beasts rose the tools that saved humanity. Children held tiny bone toys. Playful hands trained future hunters, builders, and storytellers for tomorrow's world.
Elders carved wisdom into bones. Lessons endured longer than memory, longer than words carried by breath.
Tribes carried bone charms. Belief gave courage during hunts, strengthening minds before battles with beasts or enemies.
Bones became the first weapons of war, but also bridges of peace, exchanged as gifts between once hostile tribes. Trade began. Bones traded for food, skins, and friendship. Human connections stretched across rivers, forests, and deserts. In every land, bones meant survival. From Arctic ice to deserts, humans adapted using.
Songs spoke of ancestors with bones. Children grew proud, carrying ancient knowledge into unknown futures.
Caves echoed with legends. The first bone lifter was a hero, chosen by spirits to guide humanity forward. The myth spread widely. Though nameless, that human became a symbol of courage, strength, and discovery. Seasons changed. Storms came, yet humans endured, gripping bones tighter.
Fire joined bones. Sparks met wood. Flames danced, bringing light into night and warmth into hearts.
Together, bone and fire built foundations of civilization. Humanity's rise had begun. From a single strike to villages, farms, and cities, bones carried humanity through its earliest, hardest challenges.
Though metals replaced bones, the memory remained. Humans always honored the first invention that saved them. Every tool, every blade, every hammer whispered, once, it was bone that opened this path.
History carved itself not in stone first, but in bone.
Even today, archaeologists uncover bones shaped by ancient hands, proving the story of invention, struggle, and hope. Each discovery reminds us, progress began humbly, with survival, courage, and a bone clutched by trembling hands. Thus, 5 million years ago, bones turned humanity from prey into predator,